Hey guys, welcome to my incredibly in-depth and incredibly long-awaited movie review for Shazam! Now, as you know, I believe that I've already done a YouTube video for Shazam on my channel, but it was back when I didn't have all the fun stuff. So I'm doing it again, and I'm going to go extremely in depth in my thoughts and opinions and a couple of Easter eggs that I found in the movie and stuff about the actors and director and all sorts of fun stuff. So here we go. This is obviously movie Shazam 2019, directed by David F. Sandberg, stars Zachary Levi as Shazam, and who also plays Billy Batson, and also Billy Batson is also played by Asher Angel, which is quite interesting. So the two people, Zachary Levi and Asher Angel, are both Shazam. Yeah, I know that's weird. Because when Asher Angel's character Billy Batson says Shazam, he transforms into Shazam. Yep. That's hard to explain, but that's how it works. Jake Gyllenhaal Grazer, and he plays the absolutely mind-blowingly hilarious Freddy. Oh my gosh. Besides Zachary Levi, Freddy is my favorite character in this entire movie for real. And also the brilliantly, incredibly powerful powerhouse actor that he is, Mark Strong, who plays Dr. Sylvana. This movie, guys, is so funny, energetic, so incredibly packed with just references across, wow. This movie is so brilliantly well done. Honestly, this movie is so, in my opinion, is so funnily crafted together. It is so incredibly awesome, truly. It has an incredible storyline with a really, really good villain. Now, one of the things that I personally was quite annoyed with Wonder Woman, with Wonder Woman, was the fact that to me the villain of the movie felt like he was really shoehorned into the movie, and I was really annoyed about that. I personally really didn't like that at all about that movie. It just rubbed me up the wrong way. But this movie starts with the villain, and I tell you now, Mark Strong, when he comes into it, oh man, does he own this role? He just blows it out of the water. So good. There are so many jokes in this movie, guys, that happen so fast, especially between Shazam and Freddy, that you literally miss them. Like seriously, they just hammer them out so fast that it just goes, and you're just laughing through the entire thing, and it's so well scripted that the actors have so much to play off that it's just fun joke after fun joke after fun joke, and it's so well done. In my personal opinion, I honestly believe that they could not have casted a better cast than Zachary Levi for the role of Shazam. Guys, he is Shazam. He's a little kid in a big guy's body. Oh man. This was literally, besides the casting of Henry Cavill as Man of Steel, I honestly believe, specifically in the DC universe, that Zachary Levi is Shazam. Perfect casting, absolutely brilliant in my opinion. If you've seen this movie, guys, I just want to let you know about something about the end of the movie. The fair scene, David F. Sandberg had this idea in his head to make it, not ginormous, but, sort of niche and, big, but not too big and sort of stuff like that. he did not realize how massive, which is funny because the fight stunt double directors, they knew how big it was going to be, and David F. Sandberg hadn't got a clue. But when they started going into it, he literally blew the budget straight out of the water for the fair sequence in this movie, because it was just so extreme and so full on and just so massive, and he didn't realize how big it was going to be. And boy, did that, oh my gosh, did that end sequence pay off in the end 100%. So good. So before I go on with this movie review, I want to give a ginormous shout out to Brody, a very dear friend of mine. Thank you so much for reminding me about this. I've wanted to redo this movie review before, but I sort of kept putting it on the back burner because I really wanted to put a lot of heart and a lot of effort, and just really wanted to bring my passion and bring up all my notes into it and make sure I got it right. So Brody, thank you so much. Seriously, I really appreciate it. I hope you appreciate this movie review, and you better leave a like. Just kidding. So for those who don't know right now, I'm going to put behind me the acronym of what Shazam stands for. All right, you ready? Solomon, his wisdom; Hercules, his strength; Atlas's stamina; Zeus's power; Achilles' courage; and Mercury's speed. Here's a really fun fact and a bit of trivia / Easter egg for you. Shazam's original name in the DC universe was actually Captain Marvel. Then Marvel had their rendition of Captain Marvel, and obviously she's now a woman. And then DC went, okay, we fold. Our guy is going to be called Shazam! So they changed it, which I think is perfect because I prefer Shazam over Captain Marvel. I do. So as you can see right behind me, Annabelle doll is right there. So the director, David F. Sandberg, is actually one of the director / producers of Annabelle creation, and he's in the Conjuring universe. And just to give a salute to his universe, they put Annabelle. And also, fun fact, Annabelle is also in Aquaman. As I said at the beginning of this movie review, guys, this movie is so full of laughs that I literally almost miss all the jokes in it. And I saw this movie so many times in cinema, it's not even funny. But every single time I remember watching it, thinking to myself, can they get any more funnier? And you just laugh so many times throughout this movie that you literally miss little things. And I think that is such a brilliant way to do a movie, like a DC superhero movie of this caliber. It's just so well done. So I've got to tell you about my personal favorite joke in this movie, and the joke is actually made by Freddy. So Shazam says, "You're the only one who knows about this Cape Crusader stuff," and faster than that's funny when Shazam says that. But Freddy says in response to that, he just says it so fast that so many people laughed over the joke and they missed completely what he said. But he actually says, "It's Batman, not Cape Crusader stuff." Yeah, his name's Batman. Every time without fail that I saw this movie, guys, I laughed so hard, and it was like, so many people missed it because they're laughing so hard. It's one of those things that maybe if you watch it on Blu-ray DVD, which is out now, you'll hear it because there's no other people laughing around you unless you laugh over the joke yourself. But yeah, there is a scene in this movie that when Freddy makes a sound, he makes a specific sound. When he makes this specific sound in this movie, guys, I laughed every time so hard. I literally could not contain my laughter because it was just so funny. Freddy and Shazam first drink beer for the first time ever, and Shazam says that literally tastes like vomit. But the sound that Freddy makes, I'm not even going to give it away. I'm not even going to try and attempt it because it's so funny. Go and watch this movie, guys, because when you see this movie, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, and it cracks me up. I literally cry laughter every time because it is just such a perfect sound effect. It's so funny. So once Billy actually receives his superpowers, I won't tell you how because that's a spoiler. Once Billy receives his superpowers and turns into Shazam, I really feel like the movie was completely turned up a notch. Honestly, I felt like the excitement level of the movie and like kind of like the adrenaline of the movie just kept going and going and going, and it almost felt like the movie just went on, just paced on forward because it was just so incredibly. It really was. As soon as Zachary Levi kicks into the movie, it's like someone pressed play and just wound it up. Do you know what I mean? And it just cranks. Oh my gosh. As I said, guys, at the beginning of this movie review, Shazam, Zachary Levi, 100% perfect casting choice. I want to talk about Freddy for a second in this movie because I just love his chemistry and character so much. If you pay really close attention to his facial expressions in this movie, every time he makes a funny facial expression, I lost it because seriously, he just owns it. I mean, he really owns it. He's such a funny kid in real life, but in this movie, it's like free range. They just let him go and just let him have so much fun with it. Oh my goodness. It just, every single time without fail, he just made me laugh every time. It's so funny. I just want to talk about Mark Strong again. I honestly can't tell you the last time I saw a villain in the DC universe that was this well done. Mark Strong owns this character just through and through. Seriously, if he just brings this presence to the movie of a villain that you just get so invested in, and it's literally purely because of the way that Mark Strong acts as the villain. He is just so incredibly well done. He's so brilliant. I honestly can't talk enough highly of Mark Strong in this movie. He just owns it so much. So when David F. Sandberg first created this movie, they had the idea, if you haven't seen the movie Big with Tom Hanks, go and watch that movie and then come and watch this movie. The reason why is because they basically wanted to make a superhero movie between superhero and big. So, a kid turning into a superhero and mash those two worlds together. And I tell you what, they absolutely nailed it with this movie because that is literally what this movie is. It is big crossed with superhero movie and it's just playtime. It's awesome. It's on. I personally believe that every single character in this movie was the best casting choice. Really. Especially Billy Batson and Freddy's siblings and their foster parents. Literally, guys, I can't remember a time seeing a movie with the chemistry of the characters that are so interlocked and you feel for them. You want them to succeed. You want nothing but just greatness and awesomeness and just for them to, really just live a really awesome, fruitful and just a relished life. And I tell you now, this movie gives everything to that. It is just so well done. And the characters, the way they play them, oh man alive, it's so good. So this movie is rated M. It goes for 2 hours and 12 minutes. And it was nominated for 7 awards. That's how good this movie is, guys, for real. Okay, I got a little story to tell you. So I don't know how many times I saw this in cinema, guys. I have no idea. I completely lost count. I just went because I just loved it so much. I just kept going and going and going and going. One of the times that I saw this in cinema, there was a mother and her daughter right in front of me. There are some horror elements to this movie, and I felt so sorry for the little girl because she was genuinely really, really scared. And it just kind of broke my heart because I was just looking down and there was nothing I could do. And her mum kept saying to her, it's not real, it's pretend. All of it is pretend, it's all fake. And I thought to myself, it's just so hard in that situation because I just wanted to say something to the little girl to really assure her this is all fake, it's all make believe, none of it's real. But at the end of the day, she's watching a horror film, and in her eyes, that's scary, and that looks real because it really does look real. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you because I thought that was really heartbreaking. So as I said, I watched this movie more than any other DC movie. Literally. I watched this movie more than I have. I believe I did. I believe I watched this more than any other DC movie I have because this movie was so fun, energetic, exciting, action, just full on, just a laugh fest of just yummy goodness of superhero awesomeness. This movie actually has a really, really good director's commentary. I was really, really surprised at how sort of captivated I was by listening to the director's commentary. He just really goes in depth and just really, salutes the people that need to be talked about and stuff like that. And I loved it so much. I really, really valued what he had to say in the director's commentary. It was really eye-opening. So if you don't know, Zachary Levi actually got into impeccable physical shape for this role. Really. He got jacked. I mean, massive. Seriously, Zachary Levi owned this role emotionally, physically, and characteristically 100%. Incredible. Kind of like Henry Cavill did for Man of Steel, which is just brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to count to 5. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to mute it, and then when my hand goes back up, then unmute it, because I'm going to do a spoiler. Spoiler alert right now. Bah! Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Okay, I'm going to keep this up here, spoiler alert, until it's finished, alright? So once this goes away, spoiler alert, then if you don't want to hear any spoilers, just mute now, and then when the spoiler alert thing goes away, then you'll know that I'm finished talking about it. Okay, so right at the end of this movie, Superman has a cameo, and it is so well done. The only unfortunate thing is, due to timing and scheduling and all that sort of stuff, they actually did film stuff with Henry Cavill, but he's not Superman in this. It's actually Henry Cavill's body double, which is still this huge muscly dude, and you only see it from here down, and you can't see his head at all. So just letting you know. So yeah, that's a huge spoiler alert. If you didn't know that, you do now. But yeah, sorry, I'm telling you here, spoiler alert. All right, unmute. So a lot of people don't really tell people about this, and I kind of don't really understand why when they give movie reviews, because I think it's really important to tell you guys this sort of stuff, because I think it's really valuable information. There are two post-credit scenes in this movie, okay? There's 2. I won't tell you what they are, but there's 2. One just after the movie finishes, and then one right at the end of the credits, and they're both really, really good, especially the last one. It's hilarious. It's so well done. This movie actually opens up the DC universe for more DC films, and I really appreciate that because I just want the DC universe to never stop, and I want Henry Cavill back in as Superman. You heard it here first. Henry Cavill for Superman in the movie cinematic universe every day of the week. He's the best. David F. Sandberg actually has 3 cameos in this movie. He is the crocodile that you see when they open the door. He's actually the one who plays the crocodile. He is the worm, the voice of the worm, okay, that when you hear Dr. De Sylvana, he's the worm. And he's also Freddy's mum's boyfriend that you hear in the background, and he's like, I can't remember what his line is, but that's David F. Sandberg who's calling out. Guys, thank you so much for watching this movie review. I really appreciate it. I hope you appreciate watching this as much as I did doing it, because it's such a good movie. I hope you get a chance to watch it. If you haven't, please subscribe already. Please leave a like, and until my next movie review, you take care. See you then.